I think I've always been afraid of competition. Not competition in the way that you probably think. To give you a background, I used to want to be a professional dancer. I met a couple friends in my early 20s and they were dancers or aspiring dancers and choreographers, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever. It inspired me to taking more classes and to see if I can actually do something legit with this. So since I was kind of late to the game, again, I was 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, I wanted to take every class. I wanted to do every style, and I really formed a deep love for dance. I wanted to choreograph. I made my own concept videos. I decided to enter into a competition at 19, 20 years old, 21, 22 years old, actually. Even though the trajectory kind of changed right now in my life, I think back then I was still afraid to be seen fully. Because I've been trained to a certain extent, I was very hard on myself, and I was always concerned of looking aesthetically pleasing. And yes, you want to look aesthetically pleasing because if you're trying to be an aspiring dancer, obviously, like, if for artists and all that stuff, yeah, you have to get the technique down. But everything is balance. You could aim to look aesthetically pleasing while also being yourself and not really caring about who's in the room, who has better classical technique, who has better hip hop technique, or whatever the case may be. Because whenever I would put myself in those big ass rooms with a bunch of aspiring dancers or artists, I'd feel so small. If you're fighting for something real deal, it can be scary. And sometimes I look back and I'm thinking, did I not pursue it because I was afraid of shining my light? I was afraid of competition or not being good enough. I remember when I was called out a couple times and I'd be so fucking scared to dance in front of anybody and I would just lose the choreography. And it's not just about the choreography, it's just about going. You keep going regardless if you may feel like you look like a fool. Like, you think I post every day and sometimes I don't question myself? Of course I do. That's normal. This would happen in class, primarily when I was scared to dance in front of people. When it comes to the stage, I kind of just like put on my face and I just go. But my point is that I don't want to be afraid of getting better. I don't want to be afraid of being more successful because I risked that because I was afraid to be seen in my fullest form. And I felt like I needed to keep myself small from being exposed. But that's not the fucking truth. Being seen is probably one of the scariest things that people could do because you're literally showing yourself bare. Regardless if it's you putting yourself out there, regardless if it's you posting a video, regardless if it's you posting a song. And yes, it may feel kind of scary after you do it and you get this exhilarating feeling, but you already adjusted your nervous system to be able to be seen or to put yourself out there more. And don't get me wrong, I put in work. But I got sidetracked because I wasn't giving myself the platform or enough space to actually be completely in the known and be seen. And therefore, I decided to be seen in spaces that didn't serve me, whether it was through tumultuous relationships or jobs that didn't serve me, anything. Maybe I avoided the hard work because I knew it would be really, really hard. I feel like everything is a balance. I think it's okay to want to strive to be better. I think it's okay to admit that maybe somebody is better than you in some style or in some skill, and that's okay. But I also forgot what I was good at. I also forgot about the things that I had that you really can't teach. It's kind of just something that's in you. To give you an answer, obviously my life changed in a way where dance is not just my sole purpose. There's more to my purpose as I've grown and evolved and been through some situations. And I think also part of it too, I stepped away from dance because I felt like I needed to develop other areas in my life or other types of artistry. So I encourage you not to be scared. I encourage you to keep going. I encourage yourself to be seen, even if it's just posting a video, even if it's just posting a dance vid or recording a track. Maybe not even posting it right now, but just recording a track and see what the process is like. Because I avoided the process because I was afraid of success. I love you.